Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. So on the DOT chart, we continue to see here a potential 1-2 setup that we're tracking on the chart, and the price is in this target area down there. The question is now, obviously, as we have completed all the minimum requirements to complete this overall correction, which actually started already in May 21 in an ABC correction, is DOT the next coin to turn around? And I just want to emphasize that it is probably worth watching for a turnaround. I haven't seen any signals, I haven't seen any indications, but the technical analysis allows us to identify the areas in which prices should go to, or go into, the pivot points that are relevant. And then we can watch within these ranges, within these pivots, potentially for a reversal. Now, at the moment, I can be very clear. I haven't seen any reversal yet. We start to see a few green candles. We start to get a little bit of optimism back into crypto. And especially with Bitcoin, potentially, developing 5 waves. It's still too early to say and too early to confirm. But with Bitcoin potentially doing that, maybe DOT will also find its running shoes. And if DOT wants to run, it should do it ideally from this region. Now, again, that doesn't mean I can confirm yet that a support level has worked out and that DOT is turning around. But this is the area to be watching down there. We're going to zoom in a minute. Overall, on the bigger time frame, we can see an ABC structure. And the main concern I have about this chart is that DOT lost all long-term support, basically, right? So we haven't got any 78.6 fib level that's still relevant, because DOT basically broke below all of that. That's a bit of a problem on the DOT chart. Nevertheless, that doesn't mean it couldn't go bullish. It means that we just need to be a little bit on the side of caution, because the move up into the May 21 highs was overall just a 3-wave structure. It was not an impulse, or at least it was not a clear impulse. And because of that, we just have to be a little bit on the side of caution. In my opinion, there are better charts. I have suggested that before, like the weekly chart of the Solana chart shows, let's say, more bullishness than, for example, the DOT chart. It is a little bit clearer, and it shows that, for example, Solana has not broken below long-term support. And that just makes Solana, I would say, more attractive, which is probably also one reason why it's currently moving, because the sentiment is just, let's say, not as destroyed as on the DOT chart. Well, again, that doesn't mean that DOT couldn't turn around. If it turns around, it ideally does it from here. Now let's zoom in. Also, in one of these movements, or in such a structure to the downside, a 5-wave structure, a so-called ending diagonal pattern, which this here might be, is typically like the last structure before a turnaround happens. So, I think we are getting close to where a low is. All I can really do as an analyst is to point towards these levels, and then after the trend reversal has happened, I can confirm it. But the actual trend reversal, that's not anything where you can you can stand down there with a bell and ring the bell and say the low is in. That's not how it works. Okay, that would just purely be an opinion. Bear in mind, everybody has an opinion. It's not very helpful. We want to stay objective here. And so far, the price is still forming lower lows and lower highs. However, we are in an area of interest where the price can turn around, and where the price reached a Fibonacci extension target here at $3.60. It was also a structural support here, previous support from October 2020. So it's a key level anyway to watch. And I would also pay attention to this dotted line for a potential trend reversal and the dashed trend line of this trend channel. So, $3.46 would be another target if $3.60 is broken to the downside. But it has done what it needs to do, this chart. And we've got 5 waves down in the last wave down, which is what we want to see. And then also in that 5th wave, we have a corrective pattern complete, WXY, XZ. And even in the Z wave, we have an ABC structure basically complete. Don't need to do any more movements to the downside. So basically, I'm essentially watching for reversal patterns in this region. Bullish divergence as well visible on the 4-hour chart. And on the daily chart, we also have bullish divergences, okay? So again, the trend isn't broken yet, and therefore, technically, we should still consider further lower prices. But We've been waiting for this area to be reached for months. We are now there. And now we just need to let the market do its thing, and it either works or not. And if it doesn't, then I would pay attention to the lower trend line of the trend channel, plus the $2.93 level next, which is another Fibonacci extension level to watch. So that's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.